What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Umamusume video, and here we are back with Silence Suzuka, because obviously I did say I wanted to keep trying to train her for the upcoming League of Heroes. Did I go back to... Okay, before I forget, because this is where I pretty much try training her for the League of Heroes, pretty much for Great Escapes. So if we don't get it, then it's going to be what it is at this point. But just going to give it a shot. We do have, or the League of Heroes is going to be this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I think Saturday night. I'm not too sure. But it might be Saturday night. So the first video for Monday might be for day 2. Since day 1 seems like it'll come out Saturday night. At least that's what I seen. It could be on Sunday night, but it basically just the last few days before the League of Heroes. But maybe I'll keep training just for the sake of training. So here we are, Silence Suzuka once again. I'm using the current again for the inheritance, because she does seem to have the most white factors out of the short distance characters I do have as parents. And then obviously back with the Taiki shuttle friend parent that I'm using. As for the setup, pretty much the same. Didn't change anything from her setup. It's just basically the Run Mecha Umamusume scenario setup, where I'm using 2 speed, borrowing the Smart Falcon, 2 stamina cards with Air Shakur, Super Creek, and then Nishino Flower Power card, and Narita Taishin Wise card. And yeah, that is pretty much the setup. So we're just gonna go jump into the run. I'm fairly certain I'm done with this, but just in case, I'll just get it over with. Before we jump into the training and into the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that. And as I get the comments loaded, I'm just gonna go pick and choose here. Before recording Pretty Derby, this video here that we're on right now, I actually did just finish recording my pulls in Wuthering Waves, so obviously that's still gonna be posted after Pretty Derby, so just watch out for that later on in a few hours. Should be in a few hours. And it was basically just a summoning video for Phoebe. Okay, make sure all the comments, yup, seems good. All right. Okay, then we'll do this. And the first comments we're going to be going over is going to be from Nova. And the first one says, I made a UD9 flower and Tanoki is spamming the whale emoji on Discord like, huh? And then Tanoki responded with more whale emojis in the replies for this comment. I think he's just messing with you. That's pretty much it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just messing with you. What do you think of Reverse's story so far? Personally, I like it more and more. I think some side stories are pretty cool, but GFL lore will always be my favorite. I think it's pretty good. I don't really have too much to say, because that's really Probably the only time I try to pay attention. If I'm being honest. Try to, but me remembering, that's a different story. That's a different story with all the stories going around. Some will take priority over others. But I will say it's pretty good for what I've seen. Obviously, I've seen pretty much all the way up to whatever this event is, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. GFL, although I didn't pretty much, you know, the first one, Neural Cloud, I don't pretty much know a lot of the lore. For what I know in GFL 2, I am enjoying it as well. So there you go. But whales don't just buy the packs, they buy the $100 pack on a daily basis. We're talking 4 digits of spending here. I know they don't just buy packs, but at the same time, it's like, you don't have to just buy that. You could just be buying other stuff other than the 4 digits or the $100 packs. But you continued on saying, I should be a fat dolphin at most. Well, Shushu's probably a sea urchin when all you're buying are the skins. I'd rather be a little guppy, but that's alright. I'll be a sea urchin. And then Tanogi responded once again with a whale emoji. Once again. Oh wait, with a dolphin emoji. With a dolphin emoji. Not a whale emoji, sorry. After what the whale emoji I just seen, I just assumed it was. And then Nova says, it's the dolphin, finally. Then Rick says, I would say dolphins spend less than 50 a month. So you may be, in other gotchas, a smaller medium whale, but there are bigger whales. That is true. That is true. I don't know how much you spend on Girls Frontline, but I'm pretty sure if we're going by Rick's view of whales, if you're spending more than 50, gotta be a small whale at least in other gotchas. Then Nova says in response, saying, obviously, I am just chilling with my wallet. So, are you spending less than 50? That's the real question. Then Tanoki responded to Rick saying, dolphins don't have a per month expenditure benchmark. It's all about good value packs, so we talking Annie, half Annie. Larger dolphins might wipe the limited purchases, etc. True. I can see that. But the thing is, we all have like our own, I guess, point of view of what a dolphin or what a whale could be, right? And then, but on the internet, there's no nuance. You're either a free-to-play or a heckin' whale, obviously. Yeah. That is quite true. That is quite true. The second they know you spend on the game, they just immediately think you're a whale, pretty much. And then Nova's response to Tanoki says, it's subjective. At the end of the day, heck, I might think Eugen is a forking whale for spending $3 on his Uma Fractal rerolls. To me, he's a freaking whale in Uma. Well, that's just you being you, Nova. $3 is definitely nothing. Definitely nothing to be worried about. We can do that. Should be fine. It's tough to level the characters I want in GFL 2. I'm still thinking that I want the purple tier characters to be leveled as well. Cheetah and Sharky mainly. For Cheetah, I did, before the event for her, like leveling her up and all that, I did already level her up to like 40 something. So for the most part, I did do majority, if not all, of the leveling up. The only thing that really held me back was the Neural Helix. I think I mentioned this already. So I decided that I just do it just to get the rest of the event out of the way, which I did. So but as for 4-star characters in general, or was it purple tier characters, if I did want them to level, if I did want to level them up, I wouldn't be sure who at the moment. For wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just focusing on bonds so I can have an easier time with Rainbow. But I haven't decided. I'm mainly focusing on the characters I'm using at the moment. I wouldn't say downplay them necessarily, but Chun-Li isn't tier 0 like Carlota or Jinshi. That's why I feel sad about that. It is what it is. I mean, she's not that far off. So what? But they're on a different like category, aren't they? That's pretty much the only issue, right? They're on a different category. You're comparing main DPSs who, I guess Chun-Li, who's more of a sub DPS, technically also a fusion support because she does boost fusion resonance with her resonance skill, her R, basically her ult, however you want to call it. Whereas Jinsi and Carlota are more, you know, focused on doing all the damage, but it doesn't really necessarily take away the amount of damage you can do with Chun-Li. You can do a stupid amount of damage with Chun-Li either way. And then, I mean, Vivlos is also mediocre. I don't think anyone can deny that, but I still use her for her. For her and nothing else. Hey, that's perfectly fine. Just use who you want to use, remember? It's the same thing for pulling. Pull for who you want to pull. We should still have a turn for this, so we're just going to do that. And then we'll do this. I think I'm fine with Miyabi's disc, but I did get a lot of attack for Yao, so now she actually buffs a lot, which is good because that's what she needed. For Miyabi, simply because it's Miyabi, I just want to, you know, possibly make her the best she can be. So me fixing up those discs that I can fix up would make me feel a little bit better about it. But regardless, Miyabi just does a stupid amount of damage, which is great. I still think pulling weapons in WoW feels way better than Zenless. I'm going to be very nervous with the W engine pull. Well, I mean, I think that's a given since it's guaranteed. So I don't know. I don't know why you still think it feels way better, because it just depends on how early you pull it, right? Whereas in Zenless or any other Hoyo games, you still need to worry about whether or not you're going to win the 70-30. I think it's a given that it's better. No I thinks here. It's just, it should be better because it's guaranteed. I think for the sake of my, yeah, we're just going to rest. Okay. I was hoping she wouldn't be sad about it, but I guess she was sad about it. I guess I can direct Rick's question to you, Shushu. If you are able to give up your other gacha luck for an increase in Uma luck, would you do it? If so, which gacha would you sacrifice? I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Even though Pretty Derby is higher in terms of priority for most of the other games I do play. I would say most of the games that I do pull outside of the Hoyo games and Wuwa, their luck is pretty much, you could say, on par with Uma, where it's either a hit or miss. But on top of that, we have like some of those games. My luck is not as good as the Hoyo games or Wuwa. So really, really, I guess if it wasn't for, if I had, I guess, saved up more in pre-derby, it'd be more of a better comparison, I guess. But yeah, I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't, to be honest. One, I don't know. One main reason is just I'd rather keep the luck the way it is. Obviously, I wouldn't give up any of the Hoyo games. Wuwa, Girls Frontline, obviously. As for the other games, Eminence has already been The hyperdimensional game, that one's been Reverse obviously has been Dokkan, we don't talk about Dokkan because it's whatever. Dokkan's the reason why the way I pull in Uma is the way I pull in Uma. HBR, I'd say HBR has been kind of on the worst end. I think I started off okay. I think I started like a little above average and it kind of just went downhill from there. At least that's how it feels. Idly Pride, that's been kind of bad. It's been pretty bad. Yeah, I wouldn't, simply because I'm content with how the games that really do matter. And then with the other games that are kind of like it's whatever. So no, I wouldn't. Swiping is part of the game, my friend. I don't think I'm spending as much as you think I am. We won HBR and GFL too, but that's it. Well, Blue Archive, but I'll just lay low on that. The fact that you're avoiding Blue Archive seems like you spent a pretty decent amount so far. I don't know, with Wuwa, HBR, and GFL2, knowing that you do consistently get the packs in GFL2, as at least that's what it sounds like. And then there's hold on, let me check something real quick. This I don't know about HBR. I don't know how often you buy packs or I guess reload there or top up there. Same thing with Woo, I don't know either. But I just know since basically the beginning of Woo, you've been buying stuff. So for the most part, it might still be a decent amount if we're, thinking about it. Plus, I don't know why you're, laying low on Blue Archives. Seems kind of sus there. Seems kind of sus there. And then, well, my tax returns will help with the funding too. I guess. Sure. And then that is pretty much the last one for the Uma comments, but there is one from the Zemus video I posted for the polls for Evelyn. And it says, I can't watch the whole thing, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna get wrecked. Well, I don't know. You had You had more than me. You said you had 30k, so I think you're in a better, or were in a better position than I was in. At least that's what I would say. And with that being said, that's going to be pretty much it for all of Nova's comments. Thank you, Nova, for all the comments, and to Noki and Rick for replying. The next comment is going to be from Rick. Do I want to? No, I don't. I really don't want to risk it. Next comment is from Rick. I reached 90k gems. Congrats. I'm considering spending up to 3 pity in Annie instead of 2 pity if we get free summons, and thinking I should be able to get back to 30k before anime Aguri. I guess I'll have to wait to see the banners and my luck on them. That is true. You should be able to save up to 30k. At least that's what I think. We should be getting free summons as well. That's usually a norm when it comes to the Annies, so it's up to you, obviously. For me, I'm pretty much just gonna pull with whatever I have, mainly seeing if I can get as much dupes in the free copy and the free pulls, or just getting the card in general. Obviously trying my best to go to pity, but at the same time seeing who the character is, obviously thinking it's gonna be Orferv, but like I said in yesterday's video, I think it's kind of weird to think it's Orferv if we're going the short mile distance route again. So I don't know. We'll see what happens then. Would this be much worth it? Probably, right? I'll just do it. It's fine. There might be a rest of opportunity to rest in the summer training if there's a no rainbow training. Hopefully be the first one, if anything. Hopefully. So yeah. For me, I'm pretty much just gonna do whatever, pull for whatever I can, since I don't have the 30k yet. But obviously I do want to save up for pity for anime Aguri, at least after the anniversary. Nova had responded saying, I'm not sure about myself since it depends on what this Annie is going to offer, but 60k on cards and then 130 tickets for Uma. Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem with the tickets, to be honest. With you having tickets, I don't think so. I think I should just rest here regardless. Maybe it'll give me wise. Maybe. Or it gives me a better speed. But other than that, thank you, Rick, for the comment, and Nova for replying. And the next comment is going to be from someone we haven't seen here before. It is called... It is... I don't know if you wanted Okeashi or Okashi. I'm going to just say Okashi just because to me it sounds a little bit better, but correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, or tell me what you want me to call you, because I want to make sure I want to call you with whatever you prefer. Okashi, that's at least how I'm reading it so far, so hope you're okay with that. Been checking out the comments and your videos, just started playing Umamusume as of the 2024 New Year's event, so I'm assuming the end of December. I'm curious to know how you guys approach Uma runs to get the most out of a run, like which and when to build certain stats. Love the chill vibes around here, and even though I won't be commenting much, dubs go out, all out to you. Well, dubs go out to you as well. Well, to answer your, I guess the main question of the comment, I would say my approach has always been, well, this is me personally. Whenever the 3 main stats I look out for is mainly speed, power, and wise. I never really changed that. It's always been like that since a long time ago, I would say. And then depending on the scenario, obviously, or the distance of the race we're training for, would depend on how much stamina I'm training or going for, or how much, just basically how much stamina I'm going for. And usually when it's long distance, I don't normally get guts to 1200. At least that's what I've noticed, at least. So when it's long distance, obviously you're gonna want as much, like a good amount of stamina, 1200 plus. Same thing for Great Escape, going for 1200 plus stamina. But if it's like medium distance or lower, I think as of now it seems like medium distance does require like a little over 1200, at least with the impression I've been getting from obviously the recent scenario. But if we're looking at like mile and short distance, obviously we're gonna try and reach a certain amount of stamina based on either short or mile distance. But yeah, it just depends mainly on the distance. But the three main stats, like I said, I do focus on is usually speed, power, and oh, I missed out. I thought I missed out on it. And a wise. At least that's me. I don't know how it is for everyone, but that's just me. As for the setups, I mean, I usually go with whatever especially in the beginning of a scenario, I go with what I feel is right. And obviously the the usual group of people here that I do trust when it comes to asking for, tips and all that. Well, let me know if my setup is wrong, or could be better, or what to improve on it. So that's how much I go for it. That's how I go for it. Tanoki responded saying, it's always a delicate balance of trusting the process versus, all right, 800 stamina early year 2, that's enough. I don't think I've ever gotten 800 stamina early in year 2. Unless it's like a long distance. Because even right now, I'm training for Great Escape. Obviously, you're going to want 1200 plus, right? My Suzuka doesn't even have 800, and it's the end of year 2. Or we're heading towards the end of year 2. But I get you. I get you. There's never a right answer. I've hit 1500 speed early by year 3 and still didn't cap speed by end of training. I know the feeling. I've gotten speed early. Honestly, right now, speed's kind of early already. Well, 65. I don't know if I'll be able to cap it, because normally I feel like I have to work on the other stats. So I start ignoring speed. And usually sometimes that works the wrong way later on. So yeah, it all depends. It all depends. I think I'll be fine doing stamina again. Rick says, just train my favorite Umas for distances they're good at, and then train filler Umas to fill the PvP team. Or just train an Uma I like and call it a day just to do dailies. I've been doing this lately. I guess you've just been training, because that doesn't really talk about the whole stats thing. It's all good. But it's all good. If that's how you approach your trainings, it's all good. Play the game how you want to play. And then Nova responds saying, I'm a lucky mustard. Nice to meet you. Yes. Yes, he is a lucky mustard. Yes, he is. I think I'm just gonna do this. But other than that, thank you, Okashi, for the comment. Hopefully we get to see you more in the comment section. And Tanoki, Rick, and Nova for replying. And the last 2 comments are going to be from... or 3 comments, my bad. It's going to be from Tanoki. And let me just do this real quick before I go over Tanoki's. And the first one says, where is it? Oh, this is a long, this is a long comment with replies added to it. So technically, it's like 6 comments or 5 comments. Borrowing Rudolph is a bit of a question. Rudolph is a pretty general card. Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. But all her general skills aren't particularly strong for short. I'm mainly going after the gold skill if that's... I don't know. She's a use if you have, but not a borrow. You have bigger holes to patch, in my opinion. Borrowing Power Nishino or Guts Current is probably better. I think I'd be better off borrowing Guts Current if that's an option. Because obviously it gets me away from the Urara card. At least that's how I see it. And then the issue with 1LB Still in Love is Zero Bond, which makes her and Guts Urara an annoyance. Try at your own peril, but I personally go either or. Well, that means I should probably go for Guts Current as a borrowed card, right? Or what it sounds like. Wonder if I should do one more race. Should I do the Takamatsu no Miya? I guess we'll have it scheduled and see how it is, how we are by then, because I'm just going to rest here. It's also getting more common for people to build with 1 speed card now, even with speed poke and a good speed bonus. Most short Umas are speed bonus anyway. It's possible for above 1800 speed, so it will definitely be no issue for speed Dura. Well, we're talking about training in Great Food Festival, right? Because it's short distance. So just to remind you, you do remember how my training went with the 1 speed card. And it was Duramente, my speed card, in the Great Food Festival. That didn't go well. I was getting UFs. So you may, and I was using Umas, obviously it was short mile distance that do have speed bonus for their growth rates. So I don't think I'll be able to do it based off past experience in Great Food Festival. I mean, heck, even with 2 speed cards, I still managed to get UF in the last video. If we're talking about Great Food Festival, because I don't know, I mean, is people actually using the Run Mecha Umamusume for short distance? I mean, I'm only doing it because of Suzuka, but other than that, every other character I'm using, every other short Uma that I'm using is in the Great Food Festival. So I don't know if we're talking about Great Food Festival. Like I said, I've tried 1 speed and 2 guts. That was kind of like the beginning of all like our, you know, little back and forth. So you sure about that? I'd rather still stick with 2 speed for myself based off past experiences. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I should do the Takamatsu no Miya if I should work on my other stats. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with 2 speed. I think for the most part. But as mentioned, you're likely stuck with Intaishin. I think Guts Current is a better bar for both runners and leaders. Well, since that pretty much seems like who I'm using, I don't see an issue for that. Well, I guess besides Suzuka, since I'm just trying to get her the Great Escape. And then 2 speed builds. Oh, okay, so it is for Great Food Festival, because I do see you said obviously what Yuyoi over here in the bottom. Yeah, I don't think I can do 2 speed builds. I mean, 1 speed builds. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot on my own time. I'll let you know. Since the League of Heroes is this weekend, I'll let you know how it goes. But I don't know. I don't necessarily feel confident with past experience in Great Food Festival. But 2 speed builds, Still in Love's Duramente, Power Nishino. Oh wait, by the way, those first 2 were speed cards for those. Just to let you guys know. And Taishin, Borrow Guts Kern, most stable. Or Still in Love, Dormente, Guts or Ferv, and Taishin, Borrow Power Nishino. Not a fan of this one. I'm not either, if I'm being honest, because my Guts or Ferv is only 1 limit break, while my Power Nishino is 2. So I'd rather borrow a Guts card if that's the case. Ooh. Let's get this out of the way. Should I? Yes. 1 speed, 2 Guts build, Speed Dura, Power Nishino, Guts Ura or Orf or Ferv. In Taishin and Borrow Guts Kern has the high ceiling apparently, which I'll give it a shot. At least for my short distance characters. Because it's the Great Food Festival. And then 1 speed, 2 power build. I don't know how I feel about 2 power, to be honest. Speed power, Speed Dora, Power Nishino, Guts Ura, and Taishin, and Borrow Power Arden. Don't really like this one either. I don't either. It doesn't sound right to me. Or at least I don't feel like I like it too much. All with Yayoi, obviously, and in descending order of run stability. Yeah. I know why. Obviously having 2 speed is the most stable. But just off personal experience, I don't think I'll do well with 1 speed card just based off me going 2 speed or 2 guts before, and you were against me using 2 guts before in Great Food Festival, so it's kind of surprising you're letting me know about it again. You were against me doing it, so kind of weird. Kind of weird. My memory is right then. 1 LB is Still in Love and 1 MLB Dura is your best. Aside from Chasers, where your Taishin carries, your speed cards are your best cards. I guess so. I guess so, if we're gonna put it that way. Caught Shushu as he is recording during my lunch. Think he might miss my reply in a long thread. Well, not if you mention it. Not if you mention it. So now I'm gonna assume the one with multiple replies. Was it about the whale thing? It probably is. Yeah, this one doesn't have a... Yeah, this was Nova's, the last one I read from this one. I guess moving on from the comment about the whales and all that. Or whales and all that. His response to... Inoki's response to Nova. But give me a sec here as I distribute the points. Says Yujin is quite a character. He is, I'll admit. Most people usually settle somewhat for parents. He's such a perfectionist that even after narrowing down and reducing the workload by only running runners, he still has to get factor reroll. Then again, anything for turbo, I suppose. That sounds about right. Anything for turbo. That sounds about right if we're talking about Yujin. I apparently didn't like this comment, so I'll like it now. Or at least a comment from the last video from Nova. But yeah, I do agree. Yujin is quite a character. Whether it's we're talking about Uma or or any other things that I wouldn't expect for Yujin to care about and not care about. You guys get where I'm trying to go. Yeah. Although, this one makes Yujin Yujin. This one makes Yujin Yujin. But other than that, that looks like it's going to be pretty... Really? We gonna fail that, Suzuka? We gonna fail that. Okay. But it is what it is. But that's gonna be pretty much it for the comments. Why must you decrease your motivation like that? Honestly, with only... this doesn't look good. I'm talking about the thing, so I'm gonna have to go pick more towards what gives me the most, because I felt like I may have lost 2 turns there off resting and Suzuka, why are you doing this towards the end? Can you gain some motivation back from this, please? From this win, please? No? Why are we doing this towards the end of the training, Suzuka? You do realize I still need to make sure I beat the upgrade exam, right? I don't have time to worry about your motivation. Can you get motivation now? At least neutral. No. Anyways, wait, maybe? No. We still need 105. All that, no motivation. That is no way. I'm gonna have to go on a date. I'm gonna have to accept the neutral because I need to use the remaining turns to bring up, obviously make sure I win the upgrade exam. But anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for the comments. Thank you, Tanoki, Nova, Okashi. What did I say? Tanoki, Nova, Okashi, and Rick for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And that's gonna be it. Gonna be it on that. And we are now gonna just hopefully, I think we'll make it, but it's just like she really did. Oh, thank you. She really did this towards the end. She really did this towards the end, which is okay because I managed, you know, to do this, but it brought me in like a slight like worry for the run because it's looking fairly decent, although stamina could be a little bit higher. But it's okay. I was hoping we could get wise out of it, but sure. Hopefully we do get wise training for like the most of it. Hopefully. That's like my main worry at this point, but I don't know about my guts. I think guts is a little too low. I think. I don't remember where it's at right now. I don't know where it's at right now. Do this, that. Okay, we'll do that. That shouldn't give me some energy back. Not a good amount, but you would not give me. I'm at risk of failing a training here if we don't get a wise training. And I really wanted to do wise training, but I don't know if I have enough wise. Why I'm worried about wise training is because it's not even at 1100. I want at least 1100 at the bare minimum. At least that's how I want to approach it. I usually want to go 1200, as you guys know, but we'll see. Please. Thank you. I wanted that. Ooh, perfect. A good 142. Now we're there. We're pretty much there, I would say. Now I'm a little bit more comfortable. But if I can get it to 1200, then why not, right? Or do I go for stamina? That's also another question. I guess we'll go for for this one. For sure, we should be able to get a 1200. Yeah, for sure. So I'd say now, regardless of Suzuka losing all her motivation pretty much towards close to the end of the training in year 3, I'd say it's all right. I'd say it's still all right. Although guts, yes, it's not high enough. Well, not as high as I want it to be. Obviously 1200 would be better, but it's still better than having it like at B plus. At least it's an A, and we did get an S in short distance, so potential. We're gonna grab these 3. I believe this is right turns. It is right turns, right? As in clockwise. Let me double check. It is clockwise, right? Yeah, it is. So now, simply just choosing some skills. Hopefully we do have enough skills, because with the Great Food Festival, I've been worried about my skills and all that. So hopefully we'll be okay here. It's quite expensive. Do I need it? Probably as a great escape, yes. Honestly, this doesn't feel as much stats as I normally would get for some odd reason. I don't even know if I decreased her stats costs for skill points. I'm not sure if I did. We're just gonna have to roll with what we had or whatever we got. Hopefully it's good enough. I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. Oh no, we just can keep it like that. All right, let's see how we did. I'm pretty sure it's a UD. Pretty sure, but how high is a UD? A UD? It's okay. I'll take it. Could be better for other reasons, but I'll take it. It could be higher, but it's not. I feel like that's a lot to do with skills. Yeah, it doesn't look as much compared to the one I made for mile distance. Oh well. It's just the League of Heroes, so we'll just see how it goes. But we ended off with 1781. That's my cap for speed, I'm assuming. 1421 stamina, 1374 guts, 882 on good. Wait, 1374 power, 882 guts, and 1227 on wise with an S aptitude on short. Honestly, not enough skills. I might have to tweak her. I don't know. I would have to check, but I'll check it later. But honestly, it was still better than the medium distance ones I did, or the mile distance one I did. The mile distance one being this second place one right now. So I think it'll still be usable, I guess. But if there's going to be UCs there, then I'm screwed. Then I'm screwed. Which most likely there will be. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the run. It was probably one of the best runs I had for Great Escape in general, given that the scenario does help with the stamina stat. So it should be a given that that would be the best Great Escape run I've had. Obviously, since Suzuka is pretty much the only one I trained Great Escape for, it is her best run. But with that, also, if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, whether if it's Pretty Derby or anything else, y'all can leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server, don't know what that is about, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined the circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Next video should be the last training, because obviously the weekend is when the League of Heroes start. Who am I going to be trained tomorrow? Could be someone else. Could be someone we've trained already. Maybe I'll try out the 1 speed 2 gut setup in the next video, just so we can see how it goes. But other than that, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace. 君はどうせ君だよ。